512 gigabyte version, Meta Oculus Quest 3. We're going to compare it to the Quest Pro and the Quest 2. You know, you think getting this would be easy. I was in Walmart for about an hour trying to get this thing. I was literally so bored I was doing backflips. Let's go. Let's have a look inside. Ooh! That's Quest Pro controllers. Very similar. I mean, they're not Quest Pro controllers. They don't have any cameras. Quest Pro has the 3 cameras on each one. So these are still going to be tracked by the headset. We'll see how that works. Speaking of the headset, a little heftier than I thought it would be. Still, I mean, it feels just as heavy as the Quest 2. Quest Pro even, maybe. Much thinner. But still not quite as thin as I was hoping for. Cool. I like the charger. Short little cable, I'm sure. Look at the cable. Yeah, you're not going to be playing with this connected, that's for sure. Like the charger. So that'll be interesting, having these be tracked by the headset, just like the Quest 2. I've had the Quest Pro for a while now, and I really have gotten used to these tracking themselves. It'll be interesting to see how they work with this headset tracking these. Adjustable IPD via roller. Very nice feature. All right, let's give it a shot, see how it feels. Oh. It's way too loose. That's how it feels. Feels a lot like the Quest 2. I think it does anyway. You still feel like you had this kind of big box on your face, at least I do. You know why though? I'm used to the Quest Pro, and it basically the lenses are kind of floating in front of you, and this is all open on the bottom, so it just feels much more open. And then you don't have anything. These right here feel just like exactly like the Quest 1 and 2. Presses on your cheekbones here. Not a lot, but it does have pressure there, whereas the Quest Pro doesn't have anything there. Not bad though. Look at that. Headphone output's built right there. Let's see. Right there is the output, and there is my ear hole. That's only 2 inches away from the ear hole. That's not bad. Would you guys do me a favor? Click the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Alright, let's compare the pass-through cameras. So the Quest 2 is not even a challenger. I mean, black and white, looks terrible. I guess you can use it for augmented reality. It's just not believable. Then you got the Quest Pro, which I was super disappointed in because the pass-through cameras are bad. I mean, they're colored, but they're bad. And on the Quest 3, they finally got decent pass-through cameras, usable pass-through cameras. Much better than the Pro. Right, let's talk about the other differences between them. Mainly on the Quest Pro, you're getting eye tracking, built-in eye tracking. On the Quest 3, it has no eye tracking at all. But you know, I think it was a really good idea. Elon may say Zuck is a cuck, but I actually think he's pretty smart. So what was interesting on the Quest Pro especially at that price point of $1,500 when it first came out. You would think it would have Lidar, a laser. It doesn't. But you know what's interesting? It actually has a spot in there for the laser. I think it's pretty obvious that they cut it due to cost at the end. It was already $1,500, which was super expensive, even for an enterprise commercial product. So with the Quest Pro, you have eye tracking, but no Lidar. With this Quest 3, they put the Lidar in, but they lost the eye tracking. Now, if you look at the price points of these, the Quest Pro commercial product, $1,500, then what, $1,200? I think it's $1,000 now. This is $500, $649 if you want the bigger memory. And then the Quest 2, I think, is still $299 and more if you want the bigger memory. So, you know, if you're looking at those price points, $300 for Quest 2, $500 for the Quest 3, $1,000 for the Quest Pro, and maybe less, I haven't checked. What's actually a good use of eye tracking is foveated rendering. So with the Quest Pro, what you can do is hook it to your computer and use it as like a, a PC VR headset, which you can do with this too, and the Quest 2. But with the Pro, you can use foveated rendering for the eye tracking. And what that does is that actually reduces the overhead that the game needs to run, or the app program needs to run, by a huge amount. On Microsoft Flight Simulator, without eye tracking, I was using medium settings, getting terrible frame rates. It was really choppy. With eye tracking on, using foveated rendering and doing some tweaks, I was actually maxing out everything on Ultra. Right, let's compare the specs. Quest 3, Quest 2, and Quest Pro. So, processor-wise, Quest 2 and Quest Pro are essentially the same. I think Quest Pro was overclocked a little bit. I mean, so it made a little bit of difference, I suppose. This Quest 3, however, has an XR2 second generation processor. It's supposed to be much faster. It does seem faster. As far as the displays, I always liked the Quest 2 display at first. It was a lot better than the Quest 1. It's a lot better resolution than the DK1 that I first had when I was a developer for Oculus. So I thought it was pretty good until the Quest Pro. I started using that. It's so much better. The resolution is just, it seems like it's double. I know it's not. You can look at the specs, but it's better. And everything's just so much more clear. On the Quest 2, it's clear right in the middle of your vision, and everything else to me seems kind of blurry even when you look to the edges of the screen. But with the Pro and the 3, it's just very sharp all the way across. I thought both of the screens were fantastic. As far as comfort goes, okay, obviously the big loser here is the Quest 2. I can't even really use it anymore, personally. It hurts too much. Now, if you get the strap that goes on the back, that makes it okay. Makes it better, I shouldn't say okay. The Quest Pro, however, it's basically already got that strap in the back built in. And the nice thing is the little screens stay off your face. You're not even touching it. So it's great. You can see your hands. I really like that feature. That's a nice feature. On the Quest 3, it feels to me very much like the Quest 2. Just a little bit less awkward, and it protrudes less from your face. But as far as comfort, I don't know, it feels about the same to me. I can't say that it's that much more comfortable than the 2. I will say though, this is just with the regular strap on it. If you put that special strap on there, I think it would help considerably. I'm gonna give it a shot. Well, if you were trying to decide between Quest 3, Quest Pro, Quest 2, I'd say get the Quest 2 if you can only afford a Quest 2. Get the Quest Pro if you really need eye tracking, so you can use foveated rendering to drastically improve frame rates. And then get a Quest 3 if you want the Lidar, that way it will automatically detect edges and surfaces, because I had to say, that was one of my biggest letdowns with the Quest Pro, was missing the Lidar. You had to physically map out all the edges of everything just like you do with the Quest 2, but that gets old, real old.